Happy day, friends. We are officially in the new house. Last night was the first night here. Just me and Austin. The girls are with my parents. They're there for a couple nights so that we could move in, unpack, get things ready, get things settled. And you would not believe the last 24 hours we've had. It was an absolute nightmare. Maple, however, is adjusting really well. You ready to go outside, go potty, Maple? Come on, let's go potty. I did not get to start really setting up the house until this morning. This morning, I kind of picked up and cleaned the entire kitchen. It is looking almost functioning, you guys. Obviously, there's still a lot on the counters over here, and especially over here on the coffee bar, but it is a million times better than this morning. We had so much going on yesterday that we did not expect, that we simply did not even grab for the camera. We were like, nope, we have to take care of this right now. I'm gonna go upstairs and Austin and I will tell you everything that happened. But first, let me show you. I've kind of got the living room set up. We're gonna hang the TV in just a little bit, hopefully. We started to last night and then everything started going downhill. But at least right now the living room is functioning. I'll say that. I've got some boxes of things. I'm not hanging anything yet because I do not want to put holes in the walls where I really don't want them. I want to think about how I want the room to be for a couple days, maybe a week before I start hanging things. I don't want to just willy-nilly put things everywhere. Austin right now is putting the lights up, and as I walk up the stairs, you'll notice that there is not carpet yet. Our balusters just got done a day or two ago, like the day before we moved in or something. We were stressing about that one because I told Austin, I will not move in if we don't have balusters on the stairs. It is simply not safe for the girls and I will not do it. So the carpet will be put in just 2 days, which is awesome. I thought we were gonna have to wait up to a week, but it's just a couple days. So yesterday, Austin spent hours taking off all the tack strips that were on here. He had a friend come and help him, but there were just a ton of little tack strips. And the tack strips have a ton of little nails on them and they are extremely sharp. And so being that we decided to move in as soon as the balusters were done, we needed to clear the stairs off so that the girls will be safe when they go up and down. So that, I mean, maybe that was the start of everything. That took quite a while. But let me show you the girls' rooms real quick before I get into everything that went wrong. There's an AC unit in here pumping out cold air, which is part of the story. But Paige's room is all cleaned up, all done. Like I said, I did not put anything on her walls and there's not really a spot on her changing table to put anything yet. So it looks a little barren, but once her blankie gets back with her, it'll add a little bit more color, but I'm gonna do some fun stuff to her room. And here's Micah's room. Got her little reading nook set up. Her bed is all made. I was able to put a little picture on here. I'll probably end up hanging it on this wall, but their rooms are done and all ready for them, and their closets got their toys in them. I think they're gonna be so happy. So my day has been filled with a lot of cleaning, a lot of vacuuming, dusting, just getting everything ready and put together. You'll see another AC unit over here pumping cold air in. Hubby's hard at work installing some lights because we haven't even gotten to do that yet.
Yeah, party time!
But it's gonna be good. So where did everything go wrong yesterday? Like, how did we get
the heat?
Yeah, maybe. Well, I was telling them we started to hang up the TV and then we got distracted because we needed to go back to the house to get our
gosh, you're giving them a full-on timeline.
Well, there was so much. We decided, okay, we're gonna head back to the other house, grab a couple things that we can shower here, get ready for bed before too long, and it would all be fine and we'd have an enjoyable night watching a show in our new house. It was way later than we expected. When we got to the house, we started packing stuff up, packed up some food.
Well, we weren't even supposed to pack stuff up.
We weren't supposed to pack up too much, but I was like, okay, we're there. I need to grab this, I need to grab this, I need to grab this, blah, blah, blah. 3 baskets full later in another box. We're packing up the car. Then we go get some food because we haven't eaten in hours.
Oh, but we
which
didn't
is
just get
a
food.
long time for me. No, we didn't just get food because everything was closed because it was so late. So our only options were some fast foods. So we go to Wendy's. We're waiting in line. We finally pull up to the drive-thru, and the guy, in a very professional, very kind manner, says, "I'm sorry, due to understaffing and such, I'm unable to take your order and assist you tonight." It was like an hour and a half before closing, and this guy was just done. He was probably having a worse night than we were at the moment.
I think, okay, let us know if you also had just a terrible night, because I feel like
Was there like a full moon or
for
something?
whatever reason, it was just an off night.
It was weird. So then we're like, okay, no big deal. Austin gets out of the car and talks to the guy behind him. He said that his eyes got real wide, like he thought he was gonna beat him up or something.
Poor guy was in a Prius, and I hop out, and I'm walking back to him, he's like,
wearing a tank top.
he's just like, and I'm like, roll your window down, and he's like, ah. Girls,
So
I'm like,
Austin
can you
tells
back
him
up,
what's
please?
up, and he backs up, and then we can get out because there were like a few cars in front of us that were able to get their order. We're like, okay, we'll default back to Taco Bell, which was our original place, and so we go get Taco Bell. That was fine, right? Nothing went wrong there.
Nothing went wrong with Taco Bell.
And we're finally driving back to the house. We get here. It is 87 degrees in our house. 87 degrees. The house had been trying to cool down all day long. Ever since probably maybe noon. We'll say noon. Ever since noon, the house was trying to cool down because we had movers and workers in and out and the doors were open and we're like, okay, let's close everything up. It'll cool off. 87 degrees when we get home. It's absolutely miserable inside. We have been working for 3 days straight moving stuff into this house. And we're just overheated, overworked.
Well, not to mention, I have been doing last minute
Repair. I told
repairs
him
of the
about
house.
I told him about the
the
stairs.
stairs and all the
Yeah.
nails.
Uh-huh.
Me and Tony helped me on a few stairs, but for the majority, I did all the work.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding you, my shirt was 100% sweat by the time I was done.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. I was
Yeah.
so hot.
At that point, it's colder outside than it is in our house. So we open up windows. We're trying to let the breeze come through. It cools down a degree over the next hour. Austin thankfully remembered that the previous owner left 2 AC units downstairs in the basement. So we lug them upstairs. We clean them
And
off.
I'll be honest, I was
Austin
in a,
wanted to. Oh,
I was in
yeah.
a terrible mood. At this point,
You
I
wanted
was
to go
so
back to the
hot,
other house.
miserable, tired. I was like, you know what? The other house's AC works just fine. Let's just go home, sleep on the floor. Like, I didn't even care. I just knew I wanted cold.
And I did not want to sleep on the floor. I did not want to sleep on the floor. And our air mattress is packed away in the middle of the trailer somewhere.
But see, in my mind, I wasn't afraid to go into the middle of the
And
the
see,
trailer.
I didn't want to. I wanted to stay in our house. We moved everything here. I wanted to stay here and wake up here and do everything here. And so Austin reluctantly agreed to pull the AC units up. He's like, I'm not sleeping here if we don't get this fixed. So he pulls the AC units up. We have to dust them off, clean them off, figure out how to fit them in these dang windows. We finally get both of the AC units hooked up right here. It's blowing out magnificent cool air. And we're like, oh, finally, we can go to bed. Well, Austin was gonna hop in the shower first. And I'll get to that part of the story. Oh, before we got these hooked up, Austin, he yells to me, he's like, hey, can you get me some paper towels? I'm like, okay, fine. And I bring him paper towels and his finger is dripping blood in the sink. He was looking down one of the vents to feel if there was anything coming out, nothing coming out. And he sliced his finger on it. So today we need to go get vent covers.
Yeah.
And I almost fell in one this morning. I was so close to falling into the vent. Okay, so he slices his finger, gets that fixed up. Luckily, we don't think he needs stitches, but he sliced it pretty good. We get both of the AC units hooked up. And maybe 5 minutes later, boom.
Power goes out.
Power goes out. The fuse blew. So Austin goes downstairs, calls me up on the phone. He's like, hey, let me know when this gets fixed. So I'm over here. He's flipping different fuses, and finally lights go back on. I'm like, okay, you got it, you got it. I take the AC unit that was in here and I tell him, okay, we'll just put this one over in one of the girls' rooms so that it can still be blowing cool air into the house, but it's not gonna blow a fuse. There's that solution. We had to adjust it again to fit in this window. Back into our room. I am so tired. It's midnight. I've been working all day. I am exhausted. So I throw on some jammies. I didn't even brush my teeth because I didn't want to dig through all this stuff that I intended on putting away throughout the day. I pass out in the bed. Austin comes over here to take a shower because he's disgusting. More disgusting than I was.
Whoa, you're telling me I'm disgusting? I'm only allowed to say I'm disgusting.
Your shirt was covered in sweat.
It was.
And because of our water source from the house, we think that it's not an underground water source. It's above ground. And so the water didn't even get cool for him.
Yeah,
right?
so
It was
my
like
whole plan
warm.
was, okay, to help cool me down, I'm going to take a cold shower. I hop in there. It's literally just barely on to try and get the coldest water I can, and it's like lukewarm.
We'll never run out of warm water here. That's good.
Well, now we definitely have overkill on water heaters.
So he can't even take his cold shower, and I was like sleeping in bed, I think. And then at one point,
here's
Austin
the best
told him,
part.
What?
I'm naked in here, and I'm like, ah, the shampoo, all that is down
it's
in
in
the
a basket.
car. And I have nothing. I'm naked. I'm not putting on back my disgusting clothes. And she's sprawled out on the bed. I'm like, fine, I'll just wipe off. So I get in there and I'm using a washcloth and just wiping the gunk off me. It was so bad. I was so miserable. I had the biggest buyer's remorse in that shower.
Oh
what
my
have
gosh,
we done?
for real.
What have we done?
And before I went to bed, I was thinking, like, and granted, I was tired. I was probably still hungry. Everything was going wrong. And I just went to bed feeling dreadful. Like, what have we gotten ourselves into? Why is our AC not working? We put all this money into this house. Are we going to have to do another huge project? And I went to bed just feeling so defeated. But at one point, Austin, I slept on the one side of the bed next to the cooler. And Austin woke me up and what'd you say? Like, hey, if you want to sleep here tonight, you're gonna have to scoot over.
No, you had the covers over you.
Oh, right.
And I said, if you're gonna sleep with the covers on, can you scoot over so I can lay next to the air
and so half asleep, I scooted over
No,
on
you
the
didn't
other
even
side.
scoot. You know you
I
did.
rolled.
You barrel rolled.
I kind of remember that. I rolled over to the other side of the bed.
Do a barrel roll.
Did you sleep good last night though?
I did.
I did too.
I was so exhausted that I was lights out.
So I don't even think, aside from barrel rolling over to the other side of the bed, I don't think I woke up at all last night. I slept solid. So I woke up around 6 o'clock. I was just awake. The sun shines bright in these windows, which I absolutely love in the morning. So I got up happily and I walked out of our bedroom and boom, it was so hot. I went downstairs to check the thermostat, 86 degrees. Our AC was not working all night long.
It was technically.
Oh no, it was 83 degrees. That's
Yeah.
right, 83
But
degrees.
we had the one in the girls' room pumping cold air downstairs.
So the AC unit up here dropped the house 3 degrees. 83 degrees when I woke up. And I waited maybe an hour before waking Austin up and telling him like, hey, this is still broken. You need to call your HVAC buddy and see if he can come out. And Carlton made his way out today and hallelujah, he figured out what was wrong.
Yeah.
So what happened was, since we're getting our basement redone, drywall, mudding, taping, all that stuff creates so much dust. Our filter, which Austin checked last night, our filter last night.
I replaced it.
Yeah, he replaced it last night, but it was so caked in dust and gunk that our whole AC unit from inside all the way up to the outside unit had froze. It was completely frozen, so it was not able to pump any cool air in here. And it took Carlton not even 5 minutes to say, you know what? I think I found the problem. So he did his magic. He fixed it within an hour, I'd say.
Yeah.
We were pumping
Beautiful.
We were pumping, yeah, beautiful cold air into the whole house. So it's fixed, and I'm starting to feel like this house is absolutely beautiful and everything I dreamed of.
It's amazing what
Oh my gosh.
heating and air can do for a
It
house.
changes your mood drastically. So everything is good, and the buyer's remorse is no longer here. But I was like, oh my gosh, what have we done? What have we done?
That was the worst shower of my life. And the worst evening of my life. You can hear it in my voice.
Yeah.
I am purely overworked. Just been so hot for so long. I am just exhausted. I'm not babying my voice. This is my voice.
Yeah.
It's freaking crazy. It's not back to normal
For
yet.
people that don't know what you sound like,
I sound off.
yeah,
I can hear it in my head that
it sounds really off. Thank goodness.
Either that or my balls have dropped and a man has emerged.
Thank goodness that my parents were able to watch the girls another night, because we did not get really anything that we wanted to done. It was almost 24 hours of just problem solving / trying to just be comfortable in our house and not sweat to death overnight. But being that the girls could stay an extra day at my parents', we have been able to get so much done today. There is still a lot that we want to do, but I think we'll be able to crank out a lot of it just the rest of the day. All is well. All is good. I am loving our new home. It has been a memorable first night. Memorable. Very memorable. And I was telling one of my friends everything that was going on, and I just told her, like, it's the sticky situations that make for some of the most memorable times. Like, we will remember that more than we would just chilling on the couch, relaxing in our new home. Man, I feel like I can finally breathe now. It has been a whirlwind this past, I was gonna say 24 hours, but really like 72 hours. But it feels so good, you guys. It feels so good. Finally, it feels good. First grocery trip run of the new house, and it was exhausting. But I did get the girls some new bath rugs and little bath towels, just like hand towels, just to make their bathroom a little bit more fun, make them excited about it. Also, I did not want to risk them slipping one bit, so that was a priority item. Austin and I are both so drained. So drained. I don't even know the last time I felt this tired. Probably after I had a baby. But there's little things I'm noticing about the house as like we live in it and as I put things away. One of them, absolutely amazing. I can reach above the microwave. I can actually put things up here and store them up there because I can reach without having to climb on the countertops.
Ready?
And it's amazing.
1, 2, 3, climb!
It feels good, you guys. I've probably said that a lot. No, maybe not. This vlog started off with that terrible story. I think both of our voices are just like overworked. We still have a lot to do. Austin's on his 3rd cup of coffee for the day.
Oh yeah. Come hell or high heart attack, this house is getting done.
But we are gonna let you guys go. We have a lot to do before the girls get here tomorrow. I'm so excited to show them the house, show them their rooms, show them their bathroom.
And
it's gonna be so fun.
Hopefully be rested enough to handle it.
Yeah, no kidding. But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye friends. Love you.